Alright, we're going to be finding the area of parallelograms and triangles. And before we even start doing that, we're just going to front load the formulas that we're going to be using for this section. So the following we're going to be using, the area of parallelograms. Who would have thought? So the area of parallelograms. So the two types of parallelograms we have is a rhombus and a rectangle. And when you combine a rhombus and a rectangle, you get a square. For this unit itself, for the parallelograms part, we're not going to use the rhombus. That'll be in the next section, just due to the nature of its diagonals. Alright, so we're just going to be focusing on, for the parallelogram part, parallelograms, rectangles, and squares. And a triangle, we're just going to focus on that right there. So the formula for a parallelogram. Let's do the parallelogram first. So the parallelogram area is equal to base times height. If you can recall, a parallelogram has two pairs of parallel lines. Two pairs of parallel. So two pairs of parallel lines. Let me just make sure I phrase that right. That's fine. So two pairs of parallel lines. So the opposite sides create two pairs of parallel lines. The parallelogram looks like this. First pair. Second pair. And for it to work, we need to have, if we count this as our base, then we need an altitude, which is our height. One thing you might see when working with a problem is that your height is shown outside. So your height can be outside as well. For the area of a rectangle, what we have, area is equal to length times width. So a rectangle is a parallelogram. It's going to be length times width. So we did a parallelogram, we did a rectangle, and now let's do our square. And then we will complete this with our triangle. A square, area is equal to s squared. So if we have a square, of course we're not going to be perfect about everything here. That's fine. If we have a square, each side length is the same. I haven't been doing that, but we could do that. So it's just going to be the sides, a side times a side, because they're all the same. Alright, and that's for a square. And let's flip it and do a triangle real quick. So a triangle triangle, the area is going to be, area is equal to 1/2 times the base times the height. Or you could say the area is equal to base times height divided by 2. Same exact thing, doesn't matter. Draw a triangle. This is an example of a right triangle. This would be our base, that would be our height. If you were to have something like this, if you were to choose that as our base, this would be our height. Alright, just keep this nice, simple, clean. We're going to do about 4 examples so we can understand how to do all these. Alright?